All right, so here's how you determine the trend or correlation of a scatter plot. Okay, so here we've got a bunch of different coordinates, okay? And some of you will naturally see this, some of you will not, and that's fine, okay? These dots, if you look at them, are, in a sense, they're grouped together. So what I did just a minute ago is I drew a circle around all my dots, okay? And as you notice, so if I look at this whole thing, okay, and if I look at the dots from left to right, just like we read a line, we notice that as I'm moving from left to right, so if I go to my furthest dot to the left, okay, and then I move towards my furthest dot to the right, which is up here, you would notice that I went from left to right, I went up, which makes this a positive trend. Okay, now that also only works if they are grouped together. Okay, now you'll see what it looks like when they're not grouped together at all. Okay, also, actually let me just go with that for now. So this is a positive trend. From left to right, it's going up. Okay, so here, our furthest dot to the left is here. Our furthest dot to the right would be here. So to go from left to right, to go from one dot to the other one, I am going down. So this is a negative trend or a negative correlation. All right, so from left to right, and this is actually a really good one to show. So you can see them. So my furthest dot to the left is here, my furthest dot to the right is here. You'll notice I went up. Okay, and I'll also introduce to you just what's called a line of best fit. So a line of best fit, I'm going to get this wrong. This is positive. I'm going to put negative just so I can get it wrong. So you can see the example and how they kind of show it. So they kind of show what's called a line of best fit, which kind of goes through the middle of these dots. Okay, and as you can see, that line is going up in a positive direction. Okay, now this one, the dots are just everywhere. There is no correlation, okay? I cannot tell. Even if I went furthest dot left to the furthest dot to the right, you don't always use that method. Yeah, I am going up, but I have so many dots just all over the place. If I were to try and get an image of this, I'd be drawing a circle, okay? And there's no discernible pattern when I do a circle like that. So this is a no trend, okay? So positive, okay, here's another one. Okay, you got dots just all over the place. There's no trend here. All right. I'm just kind of following. Another way you can look at this is just drawing a line through the center of it. Okay, because clearly they're grouped together. And if I draw a line through the center of this, my line is going up from left to right, so that would make it positive. Okay. One other topic, because these are pretty basic topics. I'm going to do two lessons here. I've forgotten the number, so let me go back. All right. And TD8. Okay, I was off by one. Okay, so an outlier. An outlier is a point that is really just not part of the group. So what they're asking here, these are the exact same graph, but it's asking you which one of these highlighted ones is the outlier. So in this case, an outlier, again, is something very separate from the rest of the data. You can see these are grouped together, these are grouped together, these are grouped together. I have this one dot that's all over here by itself. It's the outlier. Okay. You have a highlighted dot here, part of this group. You got a highlighted dot here, not part of anything. Okay, so this is the one that shows the outlier. Now, just so you're clear, there can be more than one outlier. Okay, it's not very common, but for instance, if I had a dot here and I had a dot all the way over here, those would both be outliers. Okay. Even if there was another one right here. Even though they're together, these two could both be outliers if there was a second one right here, because everything else is right here in this section. So this is the one with the highlighted outlier. Okay, I'll do one more. Okay, so you might go, well, this one's highlighted. This is actually a really good one for the last one. So you got these two together here, and you got this one over here. But if you look at this from left to right, the rest of these are kind of in a group together, in a sense. This one kind of in the middle. It's kind of a tricky looking one. Okay, but if I have to choose, these two are together. This one's all over here by itself, and the rest of these kind of fall together in a line. So this is my outlier. Okay.